Yo, it's your boy Alex thfc, Mr. Box Office TV. And if you don't know, you need to get to know. Newcastle 6, Tottenham 1. And they told us, people were telling me after last week, and I said we couldn't play back four with these players. Because if you have a combination of Poro and Perisic on the wing, at fullbacks, and you have Romero and Dyer, well, Virgil van Dyer, as central defenders, it's a disaster waiting to happen. And look what's happened. Look what's happened. Please end the season right now. Honestly, and I said, after the whole thing with Dom Prodigy, who wasn't cooking, because he was cooked out the door, and he should have been sacked rather than resigned. That was embarrassing in itself. The explanation from Daniel Levy, who ironically, after the game today, went down to the changing room to have a talk with the players. So you know there's trouble. There's trouble in paradise at Tottenham Hotspur. And you just need the season to be over right now. Yeah? It needs to be over right now. And because Mr. Box Office, the main event, isn't having this. He ain't having this rubbish anymore. It's crap. It's absolute rubbish. The fact is, this club is an absolute mess and it needs to just go, and that's it. I'm just watching the goals as they are going ahead, and most of the goals are just, it's just schoolboy defending, and that's it. But I'm not sitting here angry at this. I'm not angry at all at this, because me being angry is like me being angry at a car getting in my way. You know, when I'm driving my car. It's like someone pushing past me without even saying sorry. Tottenham Hotspur have been a mess for so long now. So when I told people that we're lucky to get top four last season, it was papering over the cracks last season, what was I saying? I said the back three was absolutely covering up the mistakes that Dyer is a mistake. Virgil van Dyer is a mistake. Covering up the whole thing about having Emerson as a right wing back. Covering up the fact that we got bang average wing backs as well. Covering up the fact that we got not that great defenders as well. And we haven't really solved it with Langley in defence. And by the way, we're trying to sign these players, by the way. We're trying to get Dyer on a new contract, and we're trying to sign Langley. So work that one out, as that makes sense. So that's why I'm not even positive at next season, because you've got those two players, who are foreign players, by the way. Foreign players. So if you're going to get those two foreign players in, how is that going to work with trying to get other players in who are foreign as well? So you're adding to your foreign characters again. This is just completely going mad. The defence is absolutely rubbish. The midfield, we've got the Viking, Højbjerg. Well, Højbjerg wasn't that good today, wasn't he? It wasn't that good today at all. Where was he? Where was he? And then up front, we've got nothing up front at the moment. Absolutely nothing right now, because our defence is so bad. The only thing that I can say that was good was Kane's goal. But let's be honest, it couldn't get any worse. It could not got any worse whatsoever. Newcastle are having an absolute field day. Absolute field day today. And you can't excuse it. That you looked at the Newcastle players, they looked all together. And with players like Isaac, Joel Linton, Murphy, Sven Botman, Dan Burn, Trippier, who was a former, and to be honest, that was the biggest mistake us selling him. Biggest mistake selling Trippier. Not even getting him back, because I think he was one of the good ones at Tottenham Hotspur. I have to say that. But, we're just absolutely awful. But I'm not angry at this, because I'm expecting it from Tottenham. It's just I didn't think it was going to go that badly. I didn't think it was going to go that badly at all. Honestly, I didn't know. Because it was that bad that you just couldn't... It was like a dream. To be fair, I was out for some of the first half. I only missed some of the first half, and then I heard that we were 3-0 down. So I thought, thank goodness I didn't watch that part of the first half, and that's it. But it's just really just embarrassing And then really, because I can't really explain too much of the game because they're all awful. That's all I can say. There's not really that much to analyse about the game because we're just awful and that's it. But the whole thing now is with what's going on at the moment, and I think at the moment we've got a massive problem in the summer because we need to start sorting things out now. Yeah, we can't wait till the end of the season. This needs to be sorted out now. What is the strategy going forward for Tottenham Hotspur? Because if you leave it to the end of the season, there's not enough time for this in the summer to sort things out for us to be prepared for next season. Because if you leave it till the end of the season, Tottenham Hotspur, you cannot get a lot of things sorted. Now, I'm not expecting things to get sorted, but one thing I will say on this situation at Tottenham Hotspur. Now, the whole thing with Pochettino. Now, this is something that I was going to explain in a video earlier on today, but I'm doing it in this video. If Pochettino goes to Chelsea, now I'm not having a go at Pochettino. I don't want Pochettino to come back. No, because I don't think he's going to do well at our club anyway. I think he's going to mess up his legacy at Tottenham. No. But if he goes to Chelsea, wins trophies, and our manager that we get in, and we're still mediocre, and we end up sacking him, and he goes off and wins trophies, I think that will be the last straw for Tottenham fans. Absolutely 110%. Because that's really kicking themselves even further. I think that's just too much. I think that's just too much. I have to say that. Because for me, it hurts that he's going off to Chelsea. It doesn't feel good. Not saying I want him back, because he can go wherever he wants. We sacked him, so I'm not unhappy about that, because he got sacked, so he's got every right to go and try and make success somewhere else, and he do well at clubs where he can get success, and it sounds perfect for him at Chelsea. But if he does well at Chelsea, like I said, and Tottenham Hotspur is still mediocre, that might be the last straw for Tottenham fans. Because it will sting that. I'm only going what I feel. Because no other manager since Pochettino has impressed me. And until we get a manager in that does that, we'll still be talking about that infamous night in the semi-final of the Champions League. Because that's where the team is at the moment. We haven't left since. Since that moment, we've not left since. Because since then, we've been rubbish. And forget about last season, because we got lucky to get top 4 last season. We still didn't win a trophy last season. And I've told you that we had 1 game a week last season because we bottled it in the Conference League. And we've been absolutely crap since. And that's it. We've been lucky since, and that's it. And I'm sorry, it's embarrassing. The fact that Lloris just had to come off as well and bring in on Foster. And now there's even more rumours about him saying that he refused to go back on the pitch. Well, he came in for the interview and started saying what he said. And that's it, the post-match interview. So, this is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And I can't feel, as a Tottenham fan, I'm ashamed. Mr. Box Office is ashamed. I can't back this. I will not back the next manager if I don't believe in him. I won't back anything if I've seen the same thing. And that's all I got to say, and that's it. You'll see some new content. Like I said, I'm working on it. You'll see a new segment, which is going to be every single week about this club. I'm giving it a little teaser, and that's it. And that's all I need to say right now. And that's it. Please like and subscribe and comment below if you agree with me or not. And as always, Mr. Box Office is out of here. Take care. Bye-bye.